set that there. So hey to YouTube viewers, I think I got my paramotor repaired. Throttle cable was shortened out. Started to make a video of that, but I think it'd be pretty boring just watching me mess with my motor, and I didn't bother to get the shots very good. So anyways, too windy to fly. The forecast sucks for flying right now, today at least. And so I thought, hey, I need to get out and do a little bit higher wind kite. You know, early on in my training, we got out and the winds were light in the morning, but then they picked up, and I'll say I struggled in the heat of the summer in South Texas, and with the paramotor on my back, 50 pounds or so, whatever it was. But so now I'm just going to go out with a kiting harness, see if maybe I'm a little more confident, and just see how it goes. I think I'm going to wear a helmet, at least at first, for sure. Probably should the whole time, but wear a helmet and see how I do. And one thing I'm worried about is not so much my ability to do it, but just how consistent the wind will be, because I'm in an inland park here, and I imagine I'm gonna, depending on where I get, and the park's pretty good size, but it's not too huge. If I get on the upwind side to give myself room to be drug across the field a little bit in case things go wrong, if I get up there, then I think I'm going to be more in the rotor. So I'll just have to make a judgment and see how it goes. If things go really well, super success today would be me being able to kite the wing upside down. Certainly turned it upside down accidentally a time or two, and never have managed to get it turned right side back right side up. I think I'll just be happy though if I can get out there and depower the wing safely and feel confident in control in these winds. So this is me laying it out. One thing I'll say that I was really pleased with myself was during just being able to lay it out in the higher winds in a way that I could get the wing and do it safely and not have the wing blowing all over the place. See, I had a cravat here, but kind of managed to work that out, let it roll over a little bit, and walk around and eventually pull it up. So the good news is I would have been able to do this without taking the motor off my back and get it up. As you'll see, I think in the rest of the video that I've got of me kiting around here, the wing was really, had a lot of, I don't know, collapses and tip collapse, stalls, whatever you call that when you're on the ground. Really was all over the place, and I think best I could figure, my novice thinking about it, I think it was a lot of rotor. What you can't see, you know, right behind the camera and just to the left, where upwind of what you can see was a big football scoreboard and a tree line, and so the winds were really coming over those, and again, I think it's night and day compared to being at the beach and these kind of winds. At the beach, you know, I can just get the wing up there and take my hands off of it, basically, if I want to. But it was all over the place here today, so wasn't real thrilled with my ability to keep the wing in the air or anything, but I don't know that there's a lot that I could have done. But I was real happy with, you know, when it got down on the ground, I was able to kind of manage it, depower it, bring it back up if I wanted to pretty quickly. I've cut out a lot of sections where, you know, I got it on the ground and I walked around it, or maybe went and grabbed the tip of the wing to control it when the wind got up a little bit more. Another thing worth mentioning is I actually, even though it's not on video, I actually did manage to fly the wing while it was upside down. I did not manage to get it to purposely fly it from right side up in the air and turn it over. It was one of those cases where I put it on the ground and while trying to depower it and take it out of commission. You know, the wing got upside down, and I kind of looked at it there for a second and decided, hey, let's pull it up. And using the D lines as if they were A's, I basically pulled it up, and I did, I'll say, hover it horizontally across the ground. So if I was wanting to get sand out of it, I did that. I don't think I had any sand here on this grass field to deal with, but so I was happy with that. But clearly, I didn't have any chance of getting the wing to flying from normal to upside down. Or once it was upside down, I tried several times to get it to fly it on over, get it to ride it, and wasn't even close to being successful with that. I believe right around here, pretty quick. Yeah, this is where I'd gotten pulled pretty far across the field, was running out of real estate, knew I wasn't in the camera shot. So I kind of just pulled the wing back up, drug it across the grass a little bit, and back into camera shot. Camera view, did a little bit more, and had it flying pretty decent there for a second, but you can see the wind coming around, changing direction, and kind of losing a tip there, and then lose the other tip. And here's right near the end, caused me to quit. Had it get away from me a little bit more than I liked, and I was getting tired, so decided to pack it up and call it a day. Got in some of the, I would call it, rotor wind kiting practice.